get my back blown out in peace. You think I got time to talk about a divorce that's a year old?
The night started quietly, almost too quietly. Nothing seemed out of place. Nothing hinted that chaos was waiting just around the corner. The kind of calm that makes you believe the worst is already behind you. But then, without warning, everything exploded. What unfolded next felt less like real life, and more like a scene ripped straight out of a movie. Except this time it wasn't scripted. According to reports, Teyana Taylor found herself face-to-face with two people she likely never expected to encounter at the same time. Her ex-husband, Iman Shumpert, and Aaron Pierre's ex-girlfriend. And what should have been a private disagreement quickly spiraled into something far bigger. The confrontation grew so intense that police were called to restore order. Neighbors watched in disbelief as flashing lights cut through the night, signaling that things had gone too far. No one saw this coming. And as the details began to surface, one thing became painfully clear. This situation was messy in every sense of the word. It reportedly began when raised voices echoed through the neighborhood, loud enough to wake nearby residents. Doors were heard slamming. Heated words were exchanged. Within minutes, the entire block knew something serious was happening. People stepped outside, peered through windows, and whispered among themselves as tension filled the air. Picture the scene. Teyana standing in the middle, trying to keep her composure. Iman on one side, visibly upset and refusing to back down. And Aaron's ex on the other, demanding to be heard. Emotions were running high, and the atmosphere was thick with unresolved pain, jealousy, and frustration. It was the kind of moment where one wrong move could make everything worse. The biggest question everyone keeps asking is simple. How did all three of them end up in the same place at the same time? Some say it was pure coincidence. Others believe the encounter was anything but accidental. And then there are those who think someone wanted this confrontation to happen. Whatever the truth is, one thing is undeniable. This situation was bound to explode sooner or later. To understand why this night escalated so fast, you have to look back at Teyana and Iman's history. They weren't just any couple. For years, they were seen as the picture-perfect pair. The love, the family moments, the public appearances where everything looked solid and unbreakable. To the outside world, they had it all. But behind the scenes, cracks were forming. There were whispers of infidelity, rumors of broken trust, stories of Iman stepping outside the marriage while Teyana tried to hold everything together. She fought hard to save what they had, but eventually the weight became too heavy. The marriage crumbled, leaving behind disappointment, unresolved emotions, and two children caught in the middle of a painful separation. Even after the divorce, Iman never fully disappeared from her life. He lingered. He showed up unexpectedly. And every time he did, it seemed to pull Teyana right back into the chaos she was desperately trying to escape. That's why his presence on this particular night hit so hard. No matter how far she tried to move forward, the past kept finding its way back to her doorstep. Just when it looked like she might finally get a fresh start, Aaron Pierre entered the picture. To many fans, Aaron represented something new. A calmer energy. Someone who didn't carry the same emotional baggage. Someone who allowed Teyana to breathe again, to feel appreciated in a way she hadn't in a long time. People quickly began rooting for them, praising their chemistry and hoping she had finally found peace. But every fresh start comes with its own complications. Aaron, like anyone else, has a past. And standing firmly in that past is an ex who, according to people close to the situation, wasn't ready to let go. It's claimed that she still had strong feelings, that she was watching his every move, and that seeing him move on with Teyana only intensified those emotions. So when Aaron's ex showed up on the same night as Iman, it was like throwing gasoline on an already raging fire. Witnesses say the shouting escalated quickly. Iman raised his voice. Aaron's ex fired back. And Teyana was left trying to manage two storms at once. Some claim Iman accused Teyana of moving on too fast, of making poor decisions. Meanwhile, Aaron's ex allegedly accused Teyana of taking something she still believed belonged to her. No one was willing to back down. As the volume increased, neighbors grew increasingly concerned. What started as an argument had turned into something volatile. People feared it could turn physical at any moment. That's when someone made the call. Within minutes, police cars arrived on the scene. Sirens pierced the night air. Red and blue lights reflected off nearby homes as officers stepped in, immediately working to separate everyone involved. The presence of law enforcement only added to the drama. Neighbors watched closely, knowing they were witnessing something that would soon spread far beyond their street. Thankfully, no arrests were made, but officers reportedly had to pull Iman aside while others spoke separately with Aaron's ex Teyana, visibly shaken, attempted to explain her side of the story. The entire ordeal lasted long enough for word to hit social media almost instantly. By the time police finally cleared the scene, the internet was already on fire. Twitter erupted with reactions. Hashtags started trending. Fans didn't waste a second sharing their opinions. Many pointed fingers directly at Iman, accusing him of refusing to let Teyana move on. One tweet read, "Iman needs to let go. Teyana deserves peace, not police at her door." That sentiment spread quickly, echoed by thousands of users. Others placed the blame squarely on Aaron's ex, calling her presence unnecessary and disrespectful. If she can't let go, that's her issue. Teyana didn't owe her anything, one fan wrote, sparking heated debates about unresolved relationships and misplaced anger. But not everyone gave Teyana a free pass. Some fans argued that she keeps getting pulled into the same toxic cycles. "At some point you have to choose peace," one user commented. "Too many love triangles. Too much drama." Surprisingly, that perspective gained traction as well. As if the drama wasn't enough, theories began flooding the timeline. Some speculated that Iman and Aaron's ex had coordinated the confrontation. Others believed it was simply bad timing. And of course, there were whispers that someone may have tipped the other off, ensuring the encounter happened publicly for maximum impact. The internet thrives on speculation, and this situation gave people plenty to dissect. Now the biggest question is what this means for Teyana moving forward. This wasn't just a shouting match. It was a collision between her past and her present, happening all at once and in the worst way possible. On one side, a man she once loved who still seems unwilling to fully let her go. On the other, the unresolved baggage tied to her new relationship. What makes everything heavier is Teyana's silence since the incident. She hasn't posted. She hasn't addressed the rumors. She hasn't defended herself publicly. And that silence has fans on edge. Some believe she's simply exhausted, choosing not to fuel the fire. Others think she's protecting Aaron by staying quiet. And some wonder if she's still processing everything privately before deciding her next move. Aaron, too, has remained mostly silent, which only adds to the speculation. Fans are watching closely, waiting to see if he'll publicly defend Teyana, address his ex, or quietly step back from the situation altogether. Police involvement changes everything. This is no longer just gossip. It's a sign that things have reached an unhealthy level. And if boundaries aren't established soon, many fear the next confrontation could be even worse. The flashing lights may be gone. The police may have left. But the chaos didn't leave with them. Iman's unexpected presence suggests unresolved emotions. Aaron's ex reappearing raises questions about timing and intent. And Teyana remains caught in the middle, standing at a crossroads with her past pulling from one direction and her present pulling from another. The real question isn't just what happened that night. It's why it happened and what comes next. Because one thing is certain, this story is far from over.